Welcome back, fans and friends. This is the final of these three-part series, unless I decide to pick up the other three. And what I mean by that is this. So this is obviously, you can see the 70 there. The 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1, 351. And because of that, we must assume that it is the 351 from the Cleveland factory instead of the Windsor factory. And so this package more or less is exactly the same as the other one, which is the exact same as the Datsun. They all have the Ford here on the side, so I'm just going to bring that up. Even though they are not all Ford products, I guess M2 decided, you know what, we don't need to advertise Chrysler or anybody else. We're just going to put Datsun, sorry, the Ford logo on the side of all of them. So I wonder how General Motors and Nissan and Chrysler FCA feel about that. So there we have it, a little bit of an unevenness between those two lights. So that's kind of weird, but that's how they decided to install them all. It is kind of unusual. Is it a cost cut measure? Probably. Probably not. Who knows? The only thing I can say for sure is I don't remember how many of these. I've done quite a few. I would have loved had the Cobra Jet version of this that I had for the Auto Driver series had an opening hood, but it did not. So other than the hood scoop, it was not a deluxe model. So this one has the hood scoop as well. It has the opening hood, opening doors, all that goodness. And so what I mean by that is you can see the M2 machines, the red stripe, the rear window cover, the spoiler, 1970 Colonel Cleveland, the shark mouth, the eye. I don't see too many issues with the tires, and you can see it's not even installed properly, but we'll take care of that when I get out of the package. Wheels are very plain, olive drab, you see 70 again, and you can see the doors are a little bit uneven, so I will have to straighten that out as well. Much less, you're going to pay so much for it, and they don't even do a good job with some of the more basic things that they've done a good job with before. But what can I do? And this one, unfortunately, also, the other thing that I don't like about it is it has the rear drag style tires. So I'm not a fan of them. So it's just, I'm going to constantly bring it up. Like the rear view mirrors. Until they do it properly, then I'm just going to keep complaining. So what do I mean by that? I have the 428 SCJ here with me. So this is what I meant. This is their Auto Driver series. But anyway, what we're taking a look at is the two rear tires. So just compare that with these two rear tires. Look at the size difference. So this, by the way, was the Mallory one. You can see there the hood scoop for the 428, and then here's the hood scoop for the 351. Anyway, I'm not covering this one. I've already covered it previously, so no need to go on with that. And you can see the cars were almost the same size. This was the year that they switched to the slightly larger body instead of the pony type. And the other odd thing that they've done with this vehicle is they did not use the dash, the sand colored that they use for the seats. It is not used for the dash, so it's a little bit harder to see. And so we can actually see on this side there, 351. And on there, 351 again. And there's the hood scoop. We have the tie downs. I do like that when they put the number for the engine on the thing. Makes it really easy to see. What else can we say about the front? It seems to be mostly level. I don't see too many issues with the lights are inserts. Those obviously are inserts. The hood, because it is an overhang hood, it is very easy to do this. I will be covering that last though, because that's the most exciting part. This I will have to take apart. What's probably happened is if it's not the paint, it's the fact that it's too high up. You can see there. This one's done properly. So what I just have to do is heat it up a little and bend it flat, and then hopefully it goes. But they've done a nice job with the door handles. You can see there the Mach 1. And there you can see the gap for the door. It's going to have to come apart for me to fix it. There's the Mach 1 again. You have Colonel Cleveland, 1970. The wheels, like the Daytona, appear to float freely. This one is nicer because the stripe doesn't interfere with the rear signal. This part moves a little bit, and I assume it can come out if I decided to dismantle the whole thing. We have the opening doors. Once again, the first time you open them, they will be extremely stiff. I don't want to break them, so just be aware that. And then obviously this one is telling me, you know, I can do whatever I want, but this one is. And how I know it's stuck, right, is because that's the one that is done properly, and this one is not done properly because I think what they've done is they've missed it. I can actually go ahead and open it later on. Maybe I will. There's no rear view mirror, so there's that. Now with the rear of it, you can see everything is done pretty much nice and evenly. No cracks, no unevenness. There's the 1970. I don't know why did the Daytona have nothing on the plates, nor the Datsun. Yeah, they didn't have it, but for some unknown reason, they put it on the back of the Mustang. And there we have it. The rear of the Mustang there is unpainted. However, we do see Mach 1 right in the middle there. So that's a nice touch. It's really difficult to see because of the green color and the matte black of the surroundings. Spoiler is a separate part, glued onto the back there, or perhaps just pins. Like I've brought up, it's unusual that the dash is not the same color as the seats, because the other two cars in the series are done that way. The Daytona and the Datsun both have it that way, and then for some unknown reason this car does not. And finally to the bottom, we have for another thing that they did really differently is this is not in those letters. It's stamped into the base, so which means they just reuse it. So it's an old casting. There's the front splitter of the car, and you can just see how easy the hood pops once it's been opened once. There's the front splitter, nice and stiff, even though it's an add-on piece. You can see it there, mounted in there. Sorry, it's not an add-on piece. It's part of the bottom piece instead of the top. Nothing uneven. I don't see any unevenness, no scratches, no scrapes, no burrs. There's the exhaust. Transmission. And what else do we have? Like I said, my favorite part of the car. Hood opens nice and up, although it does not want to stay. So, and you can just see there, that little weird thing there. I'm hoping it's not going to break. It looks like it's going to break. So in order to not make it break, I will have to... Yeah, it's going to break. So, fans and friends, in order to keep this short and not damage my thing, you can just see there the engine. The nice and I don't know if it's modified, but it is the Cleveland engine. It is my first time having it identified on the car before they put it in the package, so I know what it is. And there we have it. I will try and see. There we have it. It looks really nice, so I can't complain about that. I think that's one of the best engines I've seen, probably just as good as that Daytona I just covered previously. So absolutely nothing to complain about there. And the other thing I'm worried about is M2. You can see there, they're switching to a pin-in system for the hood. So it's actually not going to break, but it's going to do this weird thing where it feels like it's going to break. So you can just see that right there. I'm worried. So this is entirely new. I did not see it on any of the other Fords that I've done. So I'm just worried that one day this is going to break, and then I'm going to have no way to glue this hood back onto the car, because it does look really nice. Like, look at that. So, anyway. I have pretty much covered it. I thought it broke. It did not. But I really did think it broke right there. So, other than that, I have nothing else to cover on this car. There's the wipers, defrosters, mounted to the thing. Like I said, it's unusual that they didn't do that. No rearview mirrors. That plate there. I will have to take a look at it to fix the door later on. I will not do it right now because it'll take too long. And so there we have it, a 351. I think it's really well done. Other than that new hood system, I will bring it up perhaps in a later video. I don't want to bring it up now, but what they've basically done is they're using two little pins. The hood is flat, and then those two, the support beams are T-shaped, and then they put the hood in the top like that. So what it does is it make it look really weird, but also it does not allow the hood to stay open. So anyway, 351, Cleveland engined Mustang 1970 Mach 1. This is from M2 Machines, their Series 46. This is Thomas from Toronto, and thanks for watching.